Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Kelly here, and again welcome. In today's video I will be providing you with some laundry motivation. I have a few loads of clothes that I need to go ahead and tackle and get washed and hung and put away. If you are looking for some cleaning motivation of your own, you are definitely in the right spot. Feel free to clean along with me, or even if you want to just watch, that's absolutely fine with me also. We are about to go ahead and jump straight into the video. Thank you so much for being here. So the first thing I needed to do was go ahead and get everything separated. It just makes everything easier in terms of rotating the loads in and out. I don't want to have to be slowed down later on trying to separate the whites from the blacks and the darks from the lights and the red, blue, green, purples. And so what I wanted to do was go ahead and get everything kind of organized, and that will tell me exactly how many loads that I needed to get done today, so I can absolutely kind of like plan accordingly my time, because we were also working in between doing loads. So we're just gonna go ahead and get the first load in. Now most of the time I do wash everything on quick cycle, except for my bedding and the towels. I do run those on the longer cycle, and we always do deep fill, because I don't want just a little bit of water. I want the water to have the clothes completely submerged, and then we go ahead and add our products, and we just go ahead and let the washer do its thing. So there was already a load of my husband's work clothes in the dryer, so we're going to go ahead and get those folded, and we are off to putting our second load in. We are making good time, and we're actually working in between loads. So some loads took a longer time in between, just because I was like multitasking, trying to get other stuff done, because the clothes can wash themselves, but literally if you're not down here exactly when the washer stops, or sometimes the dryer takes longer for the clothes to dry, then of course laundry will take a little bit longer, and also depending on how many loads you need to get done. So because I was multitasking this day, it did take a whole lot longer to get the clothes actually completed, but had I had been doing it straight through, it wouldn't have took as long as it did. Out of all the household chores that I have, laundry is kind of one of those things. Like, we have a very love-hate relationship. I absolutely love the end results. I love the way my laundry smells once everything is fresh and clean and everything is hung up and organized. But actually staying on top of laundry is something that I kind of struggle with. Some days are heavier than others in terms of tackling the laundry. This was actually a very lighter laundry day. Most times everything is kind of like double. Like, I will wait until I get down to those clothes that you don't necessarily want to get rid of, but you also don't necessarily want to wear. And so once I notice like all my favorite things to wear is dirty, then I'm like, oh yeah, we have to get laundry done. So Out of all the household chores that you have to tackle, what is something you absolutely love to do, and what is something that you just put off until you cannot put it off any longer? So 90% of my clothing, I would say, gets put on hangers. The only thing that I don't really put on hangers is my blue jeans. I kind of just fold those up, but everything gets hung up for the most part. We put like all of our undergarments. Well, I put my undergarments in baskets that go in like a little cube system. Everything else is hung up. I have different hangers for different things. So we have a hanger that you can hang like 5 pair of leggings or pants on one hanger, and it kind of like it saves you space in your closet area. But everything else we put either on like a felt hanger or a wire hanger, and it is the skinnier ones, which is going to save space in your closet area. And then we also organize everything according to color, style. Yeah, so it kind of is a process, but it makes me actually getting dressed a whole lot easier because I can just go to it and be like, okay, here are my short sleeves, here's my long sleeves, what color do I want to wear today, and so on and so on. So once I got everything laid out, all the tops, the pants, everything that needs to be hung up, laid out, we then go ahead and we start throwing them on the hangers, hanging them on this garment rack, and then I will push this garment rack into my office space, which also serves as my closet area, because the closet area in my bedroom is absolutely too small. It is not enough space for both my stuff and my husband's stuff. So I gave him that area and I moved my stuff downstairs. My clothing and shoes downstairs into my office space, just so that I can have everything organized and he can have his space and I can have my space. And so that is what we're doing, putting everything on hangers, and we are practically done with laundry once we get everything hung up in the closet. This is pretty much the end of today's video. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully it has provided you with some motivation of your own for you to just get up and tackle your to-do list. I will see you all in the next video, and hopefully you have an amazing week.